Marching toward the halfway point of the NFL season. Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. Here's the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And a hard-earned yard there as he ran through one would-be tackler. It's second down at the 26.
Defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20-point score gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
So after a good run by Zeke, another 1st and 10. Now Prescott. They'll set up the screen to Elliott. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Give him 10 there. Good enough for a Cowboy first down.
It's a gain of 10.
I like the screen being called here early in the game, especially on the opening drive, because, Brandon, when guys come out of the locker room, especially as pass rushers, they are so amped up to get to the quarterback that you can use that against them, and a screen pass is a great way of doing it. A lot of teams against good pass rushing teams, they want to run the screen 10 to 12 times in a game.
And somehow he's going to get a yard out of this as he fought through that first contact. It's second down.
A gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 9.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. They play fake to Elliott. Now Prescott. And the Washington pressure gets to him, and he will go down. And, Charles, part of the reason they lost last week, they didn't have a single sack. Well, they changed that quickly.
But did they ever? And it was something they talked about with us extensively. They needed to get pressure. How were they going to get to the quarterback? Obviously, they schemed themselves into a great play, didn't they?
Third and long for Prescott. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Reuben Foster picks it. So far this season, this defense has had their issues against the pass, so that's a great sign for them to get the early pick.
Yeah, confidence builder for them, and an absolute shock for the quarterback, because he went into it, he saw the numbers we saw, he watched them on tape. I think he came into this one thinking this is going to be a big day, and it very well could be, but early in this one, advantage defense.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Washington. Chase Claypool with touchdown number 7 on the year. And Washington has taken a first-quarter lead.
Well, that's how you take advantage of an early turnover. A sudden change situation, meaning ball's turned over. How's both sides going to handle it? One side handled it way better. They went right out on the field and put the ball in the end zone.
One play, that just added insult to injury.
Yeah, that just tells you on the defensive side, they didn't come out ready to go, still reeling from the fact that the ball got turned over.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 to score as they start 1st and 10. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
To throw is Prescott. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down.
Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Prescott from the gun. Connects here with a tight end, Blake Jarwin. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. It's a gain of 16 and a Dallas first down.
And the Cowboy.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
Off play action to Elliott. Here's Prescott. Gonna take a shot for Gallup. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
One thing that you're going to see from this offense is that they love the matchup with their wide receivers against this secondary. That one wasn't successful, but don't expect them to back away from attacking all game long.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. They'll run with Elliott. And he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Washington territory. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
They'll try and run for it with Elliott. And he has the first down yardage before they bring him down right at the 45. 2 yards and able to get the first down in the process.
First down, Dallas.
A first down carry by Elliott. He takes this for about 6 down inside the 40.
Ezekiel Elliott, the Cowboy ball.
If you start assessing what went wrong last week, Charles, in their loss, had nothing to do with the ground game. They ran it well.
And you also have to say to yourself as a team, don't go away from what worked. That's not the reason the game was lost. Running the football over time, when you do it consistently, usually translates into wins.
And they're hoping to do it consistently here. From the 39, Prescott flush to his right. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 9-yard line. 29-yard line. It's a first down on a gain of 10. They'll run on first down. It's Elliott, and the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
2nd and 11 at the 30-yard line.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Throwing, Prescott. And boy, that one drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble.
Amari Cooper, incomplete. It's 3rd down and 11.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Out of the gun, here's Prescott. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 9-yard line. 12-yard line. Give them 18 on that one, and it's a Dallas first down. Week 7 action, and we've got a 7-point game here in the second quarter. And this offense hoping to change that right here. They'll get this down inside the 10 for a pickup of about 3.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
It's 2nd and 7 from the 9. 10th carry now for Elliott. Only about a yard there as he takes it from the 9 to the 8. He's hit pay dirt a lot this year, but not that time.
Yeah, I'm tracking right there with you. You're exactly right. He's found the end zone plenty of times. No way I can find any fault with the call. He may not have scored there, but of course you're going to give it to him.
Strong coverage by Washington, and now 4th down.
Speed is the name of the game when it comes to RPOs, and sometimes you can be a little too quick, thus inaccurate, incomplete.
Zerline's kick is up and through. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. That will go down as a 15-play drive, and it results in 3 points. So some disappointment?
It's funny, we had our conference before the game with the offensive coordinator. What did he tell us? I just want every drive to end in a kick, right? An extra point, a punt, or a field goal. Well, in this case, I think it is a little bit of a disappointment because it did end in a kick, but that type of a drive should end in the end zone.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix.
And that's caught inside the 30. And all the way down to the 29.
Washington.
Big yardage that time for Washington. 46 yards. So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Jackson. Going to throw deep for the end zone. And this is taken in for a Washington touchdown. Chase Claypool with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season. And Washington going to add on to their lead. He put quite a bit of air underneath that touchdown pass. Of course, we knew that he had the strong arm.
That part was easy. You can see that throughout his college career. But what you want to know about a rookie is when the pressure's on, can you throw with touch? He just did right there. And, boy, it was pretty.
Hopkins with the extra point, and that pushes the lead up to 11. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Cowboys take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Their deficit is 11, 14-3, and needing to get something going here as they come up on 1st and 10. First down run with Elliott going to go for about 4. 2nd and 6 coming up.
Tackled at the 20.
At the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
On 2nd down now, it's Elliott. Oh, Elliott going to be hit. He coughs it up, loose football. And it's Washington that scoops it up. Not the trend he wanted to start the season with a fumble lost in both weeks 1 and 2. Now, it's not a disaster, but certainly not what he was looking for.
Got to get that fixed because otherwise he shows up on every scouting report. I remember sitting in defensive rooms and hearing the scouting report from my coaches, and if someone had a particular problem carrying the ball and holding on to it, that was noted. Hey, make sure you get a little extra attention to him. Get after the football. He's dropped it the last couple of games.
Now problems right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay. He didn't seem in a rush. I guess they just didn't know where the play clock was.
I think you're right about that because there was no hurried movements there, right? No up-tempo at all. Clock just ran out. I think he was as surprised as maybe his bench was.
is going to go down. He's sacked back at the 24. There for the sack, Everson Griffen.
Well, that was point counterpoint, wasn't it? They decided to throw for it on 1st and goal. Instead, the defense counters with pressure, and the defense wins, getting a big sack.
After the sack on 1st down, Jackson. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete. Was trying to get it to Terry McLaurin. And that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down.
It's now 3rd down and long.
From the gun, Jackson going for it all. And that is caught. Touchdown, Washington. Herb Smith Jr., his 2nd touchdown on the season. And Washington able to stretch that lead out even further. And it's 21-3.
This kick is good. Makes this Washington 21. Cowboys 3.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
Cowboys take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And this, let's face it, an important drive if they're going to get back into this ballgame.
Think about going into the locker room down 21-10 as opposed to 21-3. 21-10, a little more optimism, a little more bounce around the locker room, a little more discussion about how they're going to finish this thing off. 21-3, I think discouragement clouds that locker room.
Yeah, and I think a touchdown much bigger than a field goal on this drive just to get into the end zone and get that momentum. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Dak dropping this one off for Zeke. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. On 3rd down, Elliott. And he's going to have the 1st down at about the 38.
Ezekiel Elliott.
They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues. A tough run by Ezekiel Elliott, the 4th overall pick in the 2016 draft.
If you watch tape of him in college, you saw plenty of those runs because I know the highlights showed him in the open field breaking away from people, but that's how he wore down defenses, those exact type of runs.
And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it, and it took the ball off course.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
He's got a 1st down and then some at midfield. And he's got it across the 50 to the 47-yard line. 15 yards on the play, 1st down.
A gain of 15.
Well, if they continue to run the football this strong, right up the middle, I don't know if they can wait till halftime to make adjustments. They better find a way to get it done series to series. I don't know if they need to sub some guys out, bring in extra people, maybe change what they're doing on the defensive side of the ball. But right now, they're running the ball very well right at them and right up the middle.
On the pickup.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this 1st half of action. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. And he gets it down a yard or two shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. He rifles one that's intercepted. It's J.J. Watt, and the return here will go to the 31-yard line. How about the big boys snagging one? You don't see that every week.
No, you don't, but a lot of them are just reliving their old dreams, going back to when they were in youth football and in high school. They didn't always play defensive line. Some of them actually handled the football, and you can see the flashback when he grabbed that one.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And the ledger for them so far looks pretty good, doesn't it?
It certainly does. Touchdown, touchdown, touchdown. Not sure it can be much better than that. They've got to feel very good about the groove that they're in at this stage of the game.
Oh, incomplete. The rookie had it and lost it there. And it'll be second down.
I like the fact that he took the shot deep downfield. Even if you don't get the catch, maybe you get a defensive penalty and pick up the yardage that way.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up, 2nd and 10. To throw again, Jackson. He's going to let it go again. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Incomplete.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far, but on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
On 3rd down, Jackson. And he's got his tight end, that's Smith. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. It's a 1st down, Washington on a pickup of 18.
10 at the 49-yard line.
Throwing on 1st down, it's Jackson. He's going to loft one, deep left side here. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And he takes this down deep on the Cowboys side of the field. This offense continues to be a hot knife through butter. 3 drives, 3 scores, and knocking on the door again on drive number 4. Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Chase Claypool, the intended target, but it'll be 2nd and goal.
Right up to that point, I was about to say he's had a pretty good half catching the football, but let's just be honest about it. He should have caught that one.
And he knows that. That was one right in his breadbasket and one he normally catches. They go play action with Jackson. And this is taken in for a Washington touchdown. Chase Claypool on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And Washington is able to stretch their lead.
They have really had their way so far in the first half, but they wanted to continue to build on their lead. They know that no lead is safe in this league, so they decided to try their best to get one more as they headed into the half, and they got it done.
And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line.
On the return, the Cowboys take over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And you're under a minute to go in the half, a first half that hasn't been particularly kind to you. How do you think they'll play this?
Well, I think the smart approach is to run out the clock, lick your...
Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And all the way down to the 39. A big play there just before halftime. And even 40 yards. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Here's Prescott. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Elliott.
Prescott's pass.
That catch good for only a couple.
Elliott. 2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8 at the 30.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on 1st down. Prescott to throw it. He's going to look deep down the field. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's third down. So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Here's Antonio Gibson. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
Takes over first and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. And he'll take it forward for about 5 up to the 28-yard line. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Again, they run. Again, it's Geis. And he's going to be stopped short of a first down as they'll get to him at about the 33. It's a gain of 5, but it'll lead to a 4th down.
When a good play is made on defense, oftentimes leverage is the key to everything. Defensive line not getting turned, all the other guys making sure they're in the right spot, and on that play, they were able to stop them short of a first down.
This is taken at the 18. That'll go as a 46-yard punt with a return of 7. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And, Charles, the good news, they got to stop defensively. The bad news, this is a huge hole that they're in right now. How do they start to dig out of it?
That's a great question because we're not even going to talk about how do they win it, right? We want to see how they can kind of claw back and at least make themselves feel better about the game because this one is likely out of reach, but maybe one possession at a time. Try and play a little bit better and have some respect when you come out of the game.
Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down. Now Prescott. And he'll go underneath here to Elliott. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards. Prescott looks to throw on first. And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line. And he may want to track down that football because that's interception number 1 on his career.
You're saying that's going into the trophy case?
I'd put it there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That's when you ask the equipment guys to make sure they hold it for you after the game. If you play in the back 7 on defense, that's part of your job, finding ways to take the ball away from the other team.
Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down.
2nd and 6.
They stay on the ground. Geis again. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. And he's going to get this all the way down to the Cowboys' 5. A big play there out of Geis. 48 yards on the ground.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
To throw is Jackson. And they're going to get to him. A sack. Sack back at the 9-yard line.
Well, there's still time to rectify this situation because the silver lining, they took a sack on 1st and goal. But that close to the goal line, that still definitely hurts.
Now from the 9, here's 2nd and goal. This quick pass complete to Sutton. And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. Courtland Sutton his first touchdown on the year.
And the Washington offense just continuing to pour it on.
And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead.
Cowboys 3.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
The Cowboys take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because their confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline?
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Buying time to his left. Now he'll square up, and he's got a man, complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. That one goes for 36 yards. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Prescott now. Able to hit his target, Lamb. And shutting him off, now open field. And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. A very nice pickup of 33 yards.
They're still looking for their first touchdown of the game, and for a second, I thought they had it right there.
Looking on the sideline, it's finally good to see nods of approval as a welcome sign of life that this offense needed. Touchdown, Cowboys. CeeDee Lamb, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Cowboys get a bit closer.
So the touchdown there, and that play, the tap pass, so simple, Charles, on the face of it, but what makes it so difficult for defenses to stop?
I think it's the precision and the quickness in which the play occurs, because the snap gets to the quarterback. He's essentially playing volleyball with it, just immediately just shoveling it forward. And when that receiver is at a full head of steam, if you don't take the edge away, he's got a chance to get to the corner and get upfield. If you take the edge away, that's your chance to disrupt that play.
And no disruption there, that's for sure, as it winds up 6 points. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Still comfortably on top, 3rd quarter, as they start things here with a 1st and 10.
And that'll hurt the average a bit, as this time they're able to get him behind the line. Sean Lee, the linebacker, credited with bringing him down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Now a run with Geis. And he stopped immediately there. Call it no gain there, and now they're looking at a 3rd and 13. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, and that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game, because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
55 is mine, guys, 55. All right, T, let's turn. All right, T.
Here's Jackson on 3rd and long. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a 1st down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
Escapes the defender. 21 yards. Well done on the return. And the Cowboys are going to take over in great position here with a 1st and 10.
Mike 10. Mike 10. Mike 10. Here we go, D. All day. Defense all day. All day. And we got Mike 10 right here, guys. Mike 10. I'm coming. I'm coming. I'm coming.
They go back to Elliott. He's been busy. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line.
Ezekiel Elliott.
Tackle that time by Ronnie Harrison.
At the 44-yard line.
So both teams trade touchdowns, and the third as we're through 3 quarters of play. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. From the 44, Prescott escaping the pressure right. He'll find Lamb. That's complete. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. That one a first down pickup of 8. On 1st and 10, Prescott. He'll let this go for the end zone. That is caught. It's Cooper for the Cowboy touchdown.
Complete to number 19.
Amari Cooper. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Cowboys capitalize on the fumble and turn it into 6. And that'll cut the lead down now to 18.
Makes this Washington 35. Cowboys 17.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And Gibson decides against bringing it out.
10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And right about now, heck, they might be wishing they did not have a bye week coming up next week. It appears they're going to go into that week off in high spirits as they've got this one well in hand. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That's a good way to start the drive. 17 yards and a first down. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Geis. And he'll take this for about 4 up to the 46-yard line.
The ball carrier.
I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
At the 47.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Washington on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Jackson from the shotgun. He's got a man open. It's Chase Claypool. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys 35. Rookie to rookie on the hook up there, and it's a first down.
35-yard line.
So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line. Shotgun handoff now to Geis. DeMarcus Lawrence in on the tackle.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost getting into a ball sometimes. Stack them.
Oh, now he's stripped. He lost the football. It's picked up by the Cowboys. Runs through the contact. And he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line.
You and I have been around teams. And they all have goals for games, don't they? And every team we've ever talked to says what?
No turnover.
Don't turn the ball over. 0. And they were that close to getting it done. Won't cost them today, but they'll hate that when they're watching the game tape.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense.
And the fumble recovery was an important first step, but still a huge fourth quarter hole to dig out of. Down 3 scores.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked by Ronnie Harrison. And he will bring it back to about the 11-yard line. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the 2nd week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. Jackson hit, and he lost the football. It's picked up by the Cowboys. He's at the 50, 30, past the 20. And this is going to be brought back for a fumble return touchdown by the Cowboys. This defense, Charles, they needed some type of a spark to help get them back in this game. I think they just got their spark.
No doubt about it. And you know, that's all they discussed. How can we get ourselves moving again? How can we get our team going? This definitely qualifies.
Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. And it's caught. He got it in the end zone. So instead of trying to get 1 point closer, they roll the dice on the fake and come up with 2. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
5-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. They have to like the position that they are in. 4th quarter, 2-score lead, and now the ball back after the INT.
And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. They'll try and burn some clock with Geis. 4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave them with a 3rd and about 4 more for a first. The Cowboys going to use their 2nd timeout now. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this 4th quarter.
Washington on 3rd down.
They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. From the gun, Jackson. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Chidobe Awuzie with a pick. And he'll bring this one back to the 29. So they elect to decline it.
And why not? Just go ahead and let the play stand, and they'll take that.
So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10. Now Prescott. Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line.
Chase Young
showing his strength and quickness there, a loss of 4. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Ryan Kerrigan able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. 3rd and long for Prescott.
He'll fire this deep for Gallup.
That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
We've seen that the deep ball's been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. They spot it on the midfield stripe, so it is a 60-yard attempt here.
And this is good. It was running out of gas there at the end, but he winds up getting just enough on it. And that right there is something we've seen, I don't know, 15 times in NFL history. That will officially go down as a 60-yard field goal.
And everything has to be absolutely perfect for this to have any chance. He's got to get it out low and really drive through it. And I tell you, that was one heck of a kick. One heck of a decision on the sideline to even try it as well.
25-yard line.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here.
Ball at the 24 and a 2nd and 11.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line.
So it's Washington with the football here as we welcome you back.
And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
Throwing now is Jackson. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Everson Griffin drops him for a loss of 10, and it's going to be 4th and long.
Here's Tressway now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away.
So a good punt, but a solid 12-yard return.
And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. Here's Prescott. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. These are the spots, this stage of the game, where it pays to have speed on the perimeter, doesn't it?
It certainly does. And in the 2nd quarter, he may very well run by him. But in this situation, I know as a defender, I'm loosening up a couple of extra steps that allowed him to run with him stride for stride.
Prescott to throw. Throw left side complete. That's Elliott. And he's going to be out of bounds down around the 35-yard line. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
3rd down.
Came up a little short on the last pass play. They did get 9 yards out of it, leaving him with his 3rd and 1. Back to throw. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. Give him 6 yards in the 1st down. And he did exactly what they needed him to do, Charles. Got out of bounds. They have no timeouts.
And they knew that before the play even began. Still executed it. How many times have we seen it happen where you know it, yet a guy's still looking for a timeout or trying to stay in bounds? He got it done.
He's going to go up top for the end zone. And it's caught. It's a touchdown. So they rally here in the final minute, and they're an extra point away from tying this game.
And that was a beautiful ball right there as he waited for his tight end to come uncovered in the end zone, so give him points for patience as well. Delivered it right where it needed to be for 6 points.
And we are tied here in the 4th quarter.
That ties the game, 35-35.
So here comes the kickoff now, all even here in this 4th quarter. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Their own 25-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
They've got work to do, but they do still have a bit of time here.
And they've got to feel comfortable with that, but they have all their play sequences called. If they get out of bounds, that allows them to huddle and call another play. But if they don't, it's hurry up to the line of scrimmage and either spike it and stop the clock or continue to move it downfield in order to try and get in range and win this game.
See if they can do just that. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Here's Jackson. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
Now they're just trying to do anything possible to try and get the ball downfield and get into field goal range.
And with that clock dwindling, they felt the need to take a pretty big shot there. Unfortunately, couldn't complete it. Slings this deep from McLaurin. And this is going to be intercepted. Chidobe Awuzie with a pick. And he will take it across midfield and down to the 45.
Oh, none of that. Let's go.
So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10. Prescott. Incomplete, and we're down to 8 seconds now. Jordan Lewis right there on the coverage.
Incomplete. It's now 2nd and 10.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Now Prescott. He goes to Lamb again. This time he's got it. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. Give him 14 on the play. And it's going to yield a new set of downs. And a timeout comes in. The whistles blow with 3 seconds remaining.
A 48-yard attempt.
So it'll all come down to the booming right leg of Greg Zuerlein. With 3 seconds to go, this for the win. And his kick is good. He knocks through his 3rd field goal of the game, and this one is the one that decides it. And it'll be a good time in Big D tonight. The Cowboys have won it. Well, a little drama there at the end, but really this thing was already